Already got a couple of them filleted. Well, I call it filleted. It's actually they're filleted with the skin still on them, but no bones in them. They're really good this way to me. And I'll take them and salt and pepper them, bread them in some flour, seasoned flour, a little bit of salt and pepper in it, backside, front side just in flour, then dip it in egg and buttermilk, stir it up together, shake it all off if you can, then dip it in cornmeal, both sides, then take it in an iron skillet with about an inch of oil, half-inch oil. Lay it face down, or the meat side down, cook it till it gets good and golden brown. Turn it over, cook it for just a few minutes. It don't take long on the back, because you get it too done on the back, the skin will stick to the meat, won't come off as bad. Then after you get through with that, lay it on a plate, skin side down, and take your fork and just pull it right off and eat it. That's my favorite way to eat trout. And I'll show you how to do it here. I've already cut the head off, took the entrails out. Now take a little really stiff, sharp knife, go right down in on top of the backbone, cut it all the way back to the tail. Go down to the skin, but don't go through the skin. Lay that over and come right under the backbone, cut the rib bones all out, go all the way to the back. Doing the same thing here you done on the other side. Take that out. Just cut hardly deep enough. If you get down real close to the skin, the backbone will just pull out of there real easy. Never works right when you're filming. This is a pretty good sized fish, about 12 inches. Get the backbone out of it, and you ain't lost no meat on that. Then I'll dip it. Then take your fillet knife, a very sharp fillet knife, and go right under those rib bones. Make sure you get them on. Cut them out. There's your rib bones. Peel up and make sure right here in the front, a lot of times you'll leave one. Go in there and get it. And you might leave one back there and you'll feel a few little bones, little bitty bones right there, right down that, but don't worry about them. They'll cook away to nothing. Turn it around. Go into this side. Down there, come back, cut that fin out. You're finished. You got a whole trout, skin still on it, and I like them cooked with the skin on it. To me, that just gives them a much better flavor. And I like to cook them the day I catch them too. They're okay a day or two later, but they're never as good to me as they are the day you catch them. That's about a 11-inch trout. It's easier really to cut the head off with a little bit bigger knife. Make sure you got a sharp knife. Cut the head off. Go in the vent right here. Some people call it other things, but I'll call it a vent for the video. Once it out. Keep your hands washed good because they're slick. Then take a little short, stiff knife, go right on top of the backbone. Your hand kind of laying down on it, holding. Get to this little fin back here. Sometimes a little bit of a challenge, but not that bad. This is the first one I've cleaned. Well, I cleaned 2 this year, is all I've cleaned this fall. That's the way it's pulled out if you get it cut down there to the right spot. Throw the backbone away. Start out right on the end of it. And try to get under that first bone down through there. What happened to me, some of them I left right in there, so I just come back and go out through and make sure they're all out. Cut that off, turn it around, start again. Perfect equal size. They're all rainbows, I think. Some of them are real dark, like this one. Some people call them browns. They may be. I need to find out about that. Go up through there and pull that entrails out. I'm not in the kitchen, I'm out here in my shed. Clean fish, swirl, cook. Got me a built on the back of my garage. Got a wood stove here behind me that we build a fire up in and sit around here late in the evening, at night some, and watch TV. Got cable TV down on the table here. If you like trout, if you don't like trout, I've had no telling how many people. Half the people that I have tried to give these trout to or cook them for them, half the people before I did it said, "Oh, we don't like trout. We don't like trout." But once they try them this way, I haven't found anybody yet that didn't like them. They're good flayed. They're good cooked whole if you don't mind eating around the bones, but I don't like to do that. I have a lot of people that when I cook them this way, they eat them or some, and they eat skin and all, which is all right. Once they're cooked, you don't know if there's any scales on them. If they are scales, and I don't think they're. If they're scales, they're so small, you don't know they're there. They taste more, a little more fishy taste if you eat the skin and all. If you take the skin off and cook them, they don't have any fishy taste at all. Don't have any fish taste much at all. They're good filleted out, get all the bones out of them, and saute them in butter. They're good that way. Especially for people that don't like to taste fish. Because you sure don't get any that way. Just a little bit of butter in the bottom of the pan. Cook them one at a time or two at a time, whatever. Don't crowd the pan just for very, very few minutes. And they're done. Don't overcook them. Don't bread them that way. Just butter in the skillet. You can put a little salt on and pepper afterwards if you want to, or even before. But the butter is for you salted butter. You don't really need much. Say the people up at the hatchery at Del Holla stocks these. They're about a year old, maybe just a little over a year old. They stock them the first Thursday in December and the last Thursday in January. And you just put about 700 to 800 in there at a time. Sometimes they will put some a little bit larger, not much. But 7 of these fish right here will make 3 normal people a good meal. My wife will usually eat about 2 of them. And I'll eat about 3. Sometimes 4 or 5 is just us 2 eating. But you can. I don't like soaking them in water. A lot of fish soak them in water overnight. They're good. But these, if you're going to keep them very long, just dry them, pat them dry, put them in a Ziploc bag or a plastic bowl with a lid tied on it, and don't soak them. Because some reason they seem to kind of get watery if you do. But I'm going to dry these up good. Put them in the fridge, and about 2 hours from now, they're going to be out here in a big old large cast iron skillet. with a little bit of peanut oil in it or olive oil. You can use olive oil. You're not deep frying them, you're just sauteing them. And I particularly like peanut oil on fish. Don't worry too much about the backside. You can dry them a little bit if you want to. But I stack them up like that right there usually. Let the paper towel absorb up the water. Now they're ready to go in the fridge.